Hello students, I am here with another video from a new chapter of class 7th NCERT book, that is Electric Current and its Effects. Before starting today's video, I would like to tell you all that till now what all things we have to discuss in this chapter. So the topics which are to be covered in this chapter are, we will first introduce you with the topic of electric current, the circuits, and what do you mean by the word electric current, and how it is how it is going to affect what kind of effects this electric current will be having. Next is this electric circuit. After that, we are going to study about the symbols used in the electric circuit. Then the next we are going to discuss is the circuit diagram. After that, we'll see about the effects of electric current. That would be, we have to study two effects of electric current, that is the heating effect and the magnetic effect, where we will study about this electromagnet and the electric bell. Okay, now I move on to the first topic of this chapter, that is introduction to the chapter of this electric current and its effect. Now children, if I say the word electric current or simply the current, what do you mean by the word current here? So the word current means, if I just simply say that where is this word current you all have studied, so I think you will always say that this current word has been means you have always heard the word current in the case of water. Okay, the water current. Fine. Now, what do you mean by the word water current? Water current simply means that whenever the continuous flow of water is there, okay, so we say this is a current. Fine. Now, here we are talking about electric current. Current here also means the same thing, that it is a continuation of something. Now, what is this something? It is the flow of charges. Now, if we need to say the charges, I think you all have studied in the in class 6th also, that how many types of charges are there. So there are two types of charges. What are the two types of charges? One is positive, other one is negative charges. So what are these? Charges are the energy which is flowing in the form of the circuit. Or if we think about that, what is a current? Current means it is a flow of charges. Okay, it is a charge flow. What kinds of charges are flowing? The charges could be positive or in the negative. So if we talk about the current or the electric current, it means that it is a continuous flow of something. And what is this something here? It is the flow of charges. So charges are of two types, and that is positive and the negative charges. Here the flow of negative charges is known as the flow of current, or it is known as current, electric current, and simply it is known as electricity. So what is this electric current? It is just the continuous flow of the charges in a conducting wire or in a conducting thing, or you could say that simply it is a wire. We cannot think about current. We cannot just remove a current and a wire from each other. Where there is a wire, there is a current. Okay, so it is pre-assumed that whenever we talk about the wire, it means it is the way or it is a place where this electric current is flowing. Fine. Now, if you might have tried the game, how steady is your hand? Now, this is given in your NCERT book, that in class 6th you have tried one experiment which was given there in your book, where it was said that if you make a circuit and you have to move a loop of the certain wire around that particular circuit, and if you would have touched that particular wire, side of the wire, it would have beeped the buzzer. Okay, so what happened? We need to steady our hand. We need to just fix our hand in such a way that we could move all the way together and without any single beep. Fine. The next thing what we have studied in class 6th was that we have studied about the circuits. Now, what do you mean by the circuits? Okay, now here in chapter 12 we have already studied about suggested in, okay, it was given in chapter 12th of your class 6th book. Fine. Now, if you have, how many of you have tried it? I don't know where, but here in this book it is said that Paheli and Bujo has also set up a game by connecting the electric circuit, which was suggested in class 6. Okay. Now they had lots of fun trying with them with the other members of the family and friends. They enjoyed it so much that they decided to suggest it as a cousin of theirs who stayed in the different town. So Paheli made a neat drawing showing that how various electric components were connected. Now, before going on to the components of electric circuit, I must first explain you about the meaning of the word circuit first. So we have talked about electric current. Now I must say, what do you mean by the word circuit? Okay, what is this circuit? Electric circuit or a circuit. Circuit means it is a pathway. You could say that it is a path of flow of charges. Okay, or simply we can say that it is a path along which electricity flows. Okay, so it is a path along which the electricity flows or electric current flows. Fine, what is a circuit? Circuit is a path which is given to the electric circuit, to the electric current for flowing. Okay. Now, if we need to study what is, how can you study this circuit more? So this circuit means that whenever we talk about electricity, means in your home also, if the bulb is lightning somewhere, if it is lighting, it means that there could be certain switch, there could be certain, wire is connected to it, and because of the connection of the wire, the electricity is flowing. So there is a path of the flowing of the electricity. You cannot move here and there. Okay, the electricity could not move in all of the material, I should say. Okay, now in what kind of material the electricity flows? Electricity always flows in the material which are conductors of electricity. Okay, all the metals are the good conductors of electricity. Even the water is also a good conductor of electricity. All those substances which helps in the flow of current, they are known as, they are going to help in the flow of current, they are known as conductors. Okay, they are known as conductors. Now if we talk about next opposite to this conductor, the opposite to the conductors are insulators. Okay, now these insulators are those which are not allowing the electricity to flow through them. Okay, such as wood, rubber, all these are the insulators. So all these basic concepts we have already studied in class 6, and there the use of conductors and insulators were given in details, that while using conductors we need to have insulator handled on that, because of which we should not get electric shock. Okay, so all these we have studied in the safety measures regarding the electricity. Now here in this chapter we are simply going to study about the components of electric circuit and how is the current flowing in the circuit. Now we will study some more advanced things in here in this class 7th, that is how is the circuit made with the help of the short forms. Okay, as we all have studied about each and every short forms, children, so here also I am going to give you some short forms of the electric current. Okay, how is this electric circuit going to be drawn with the help of the shortcuts? So we'll just discuss about the circuit first. So what do you mean by a circuit? I just now told you, and now we will study about the symbols. Okay, now what are the symbols used for electric circuit, electric components? Now this circuit is made up of the parts, or it is also known as components of circuit. Okay, they are known as components of circuit. Now what are the components of circuit? If you remember, if you have made a circuit, what are the components? Now for example, from in your home also, if something the fan is working or the light is working, So how is this working? This is working just because somewhere from where some place is there, and from there the electric current is flowing and it is going in the bulb. Because of bulb is going to glow. Okay, so that is why it is glowing. Now what is that particular thing, I must tell you first. Okay, so if we talk about the um, circuit, so it is a very simple circuit which I think you all have studied in class 6th also. So from which the parts because of which a circuit is being made is known as components of circuit. Okay, they are known as components of circuit. Now what are these components? Components are the parts of a circuit. Now what are these parts of a circuit? Parts of a circuit means that it is something because of which a circuit is consisting of, or the circuit consists of the parts of circuit, and these are known as the components of circuit. Now what are the components of circuit? As you could see here in the diagram which is drawn here, what are the circuits? The first is the battery. Okay, now what is the part of the circuit? I must tell you that it is made up of a battery, okay, a cell, or I must write a cell. Then it is made up of the wire, okay. Then it is made up of a bulb, and for switching on and off it is made up of a switch. So for making a circuit, at least we require these components. Okay, at least I said there could be more than all these things. Okay, at least we require these things for completing a circuit. So this is known as the components of circuit. Now if all the things are present in a circuit, so that circuit is known as a complete circuit. Okay, and if something is missing from this, okay, that is known as incomplete circuit. Incomplete circuit. Or in other words, we could say that what is a complete circuit? Complete circuit means it is a circuit where electric current flows. Current flows. Okay. But incomplete circuit is a circuit where no current flows. Now, how is it so that the current is flowing? Now, because of all these components of circuit are present, that is why the electricity is flowing. And if electricity is flowing, it means that it is the complete circuit. Okay, these all were taught you in class 6, but still it is a requirement of this chapter. That is why I am telling you here again. Next is that what is the meaning of the incomplete circuit? Incomplete circuit means if any of these things are not present, if any one of this component is not present, or the components are present but they are not in a working condition. For example, here if the wire of the bulb is broken, if the wire of the circuit is broken, if the battery is not charged, then what happens? Because of any of the reason, if the current is not flowing, it means it is an incomplete circuit. Fine. Now, for example, the switch is in off condition or in on condition. Now, the second, I'll just go on to the, the functions of this, all these things, all these components of circuit. So, what is the function of this cell? The function of the cell is to supply the electric charge. It is going to give the potential difference. It is going to give the power in the circuit so that the electricity could flow. Okay. Next thing is that a wire. Okay, what does this wire do? Wire is going to connect all the things together. The cell, bulb, switch, all these are connected together, and it helps in the electric current to flow. Means it gives a pathway for the electric current to flow. Okay. Next, what is a bulb? Bulb is a device because of which you can detect that whether a current is flowing in this circuit or not. Fine. Instead of using this bulb, you can use fan, you can use small light, you can use any object. But still, this shows you the result where whether the electric current is flowing or not. Okay. Next is the switch. What is the switch? Switch is a component of circuit which helps us to which helps us to make and break the circuit. Now, what is the meaning of the making and breaking of the circuit? So, making and breaking of the circuit is the other name of this complete and incomplete circuit, respectively. Now, making of circuit means you are completing the circuit. It means current is flowing. And you are breaking a circuit. Breaking a circuit means you are incompleting a circuit. So, switch, the condition of switch could be on or off. Now, you only decide in on condition, are you making or breaking a circuit? We are making a circuit. We are completing a circuit. Okay. Whereas, if we are switching off, it means that we are breaking a circuit. Okay. So, this is about the components of circuit. Now, here if we understand the meaning that when a circuit is incomplete, then the switch will be in off condition. And if we are completing the circuit, it means switch is in on condition. It is just opposite. Switch on means light is going to glow or the bulb is going to glow. And switch off condition means the bulb is not glowing. Fine. If switch is in off condition, we are breaking the circuit. So this is all about completing the circuit or complete circuit or incomplete circuit. Now the next part which you need to study here is okay. So we need to draw the symbols. So this was all about the components of circuit and the functions of circuit diagram, components of circuit. Now if you need to draw the part, you need to draw this diagram. How can you draw the diagram? Either using a long cut or a long method. Or long method means you will draw the diagram for each of the components. So you will draw a battery like this. You will draw a wire like this. You will draw a bulb. Okay, you will just make a bulb like this. Fine. Or then you will make a switch like this, or in the manner where this much. Okay, so this is how the circuit will be drawn. But is it as we are drawing this diagrams, is it going to give you, is this drawn very easily? If somebody's drawing is not good, then what happens? You're not able to draw it properly. Fine, as I'm drawing here. So what happens when we need to draw a circuit in a manner like, if you have to draw a circuit, so you can use another alternative method. Okay, so if you for example, if you need to add something, when you were in lower classes, you were not able to add some things. If your teacher has given you the sum of 2 plus 2, what do you mean, how will you calculate this? So you have to draw 2 lines, then plus 2 lines, and you would have counted this 1, 2, 3 and 4, then the answer would have become 4. So this was a long method. But now what do? You simply just calculate this 2 plus 2 means it is equal to 4. How this is being done? You are just calculating it in your mind. You are applying a long shortcut method in your mind. Similarly, here also we could apply a shortcut method. Why we need to apply a short method? Because it is consuming the time. This is consuming the time. Fine. So if we need to draw a circuit diagram, we can simply draw the symbols. Okay. Now, what is the use of symbol? Now, for example, in chemistry also, when I was telling you about the the third chapter which we have studied, where the metals, acid, bases and salts we were studying. So I told you to write some formulas there. So what was the need of writing formula? We could write water. Simple as that. We could write, we would have written sodium. We would have written here sodium hydroxide. But why we are not writing some long terms or the long chemical names? So we have found out the formula for writing these: water as H2O, okay, then sodium as Na, magnesium as Mg. Okay, so why we are using these symbols? It is very simple that if we need to write down if we are writing the formula, is because of writing the formula, we are consuming less time. For writing this such a long spelling, we are going to consume the time. So to write such a long name, we can write the same thing by using the formula. Okay, we can write the symbols. So these symbols and these formulas are only made to just I mean to just lesser consumption of time is taking place. We are just conserving the time. Okay, so what happens here also, for the circuit diagram we will use the symbols. Now what are the symbols for this cell, wire, bulb and switch? First we should understand that. Okay, now some symbols are given here in your NCERT book also in the form of table. So here we could say that some portion which is given here in your NCERT book, I'll quickly read that out so that it would be a easy task for you all to understand. Okay, I hope that you all would have understood till here what is the meaning of the word components, what is the meaning of the word circuit. Okay, so you would have understood what is the cell, what is a wire, what is a bulb and what is a switch. So what is written over here? Some of the common electric components can be represented by the symbol. Okay, so these are the common components which are represented by the symbols. Some electric components the symbols are shown in the table. Okay, table where it is there in your NCERT book as table number, I think it is 14.1. okay, so you could just simply see that table and could understand what symbols we need to discuss. Okay, we'll just discuss the common symbols which I have written here on the board. That is what we need to understand, that what symbols we'll draw for which component. Okay, next what we need to study is that you may come across different symbols of different components in different books. Okay, so please don't be so confused regarding the symbols. I'll tell you possible symbols which might be used in your different books, but still if you find some other types of symbols, no need to get confused about it. You can use those symbols also. Fine. Now however, in this book we shall be using the symbols which are given there in your table form. Okay, just simply read it, see that. Look at the symbols carefully. In the symbols of the electric cell, notice that there is a long line and a short line. Okay, for the cell there is a long line and a short line. I'm just drawing the symbols here also. So what does this long line represent and what does this short line represent? In the symbol of electric cell there is a long line and a shorter line, and that are parallel lines. Okay, so these are the parallel lines. One is long line and the other one is the smaller line, shorter line. Do you recall the electric cell that has a positive terminal and the negative terminal? Okay, so if we were drawing the battery, it has shown you a positive terminal and a negative terminal. So you could see here the positive terminal is shown with the help of this longer line, and the negative terminal is shown by this smaller line. Okay, so how is this it becomes easy for you all to draw just two lines instead of drawing this long this long diagram of the electric cell. Fine, so it is very easy to understand how to draw a line. A longer line is going to represent a positive side and a smaller line is going to represent the negative side of a cell. Okay, now if in the symbol of electric cell a longer line represents the positive terminal and the thicker and the shorter line represent the negative terminal. For a switch, when it is in on position and the off position, it is represented by the symbols which is shown here. The wires are used to connect the various components in the circuit is represented just by a line. So for a wire we can just draw a straight line. Next is that a battery and its symbol is also shown. What our battery is. Now the next thing is that either you write a cell or you write a battery. Now what is the difference between a cell and a battery? Next component would be a battery. Okay, what is the next component? The last component is battery. You could write here also cell or a battery. So what is the difference between a cell and a battery? So a battery means it is the multiple of cell. If more than one cell is joined, it means it is a battery. Okay, so what does it mean? It means that if a cell is if more than one cell is there, it means it is a battery. Okay, now you have seen the diagram of a cell that is showing you the longer line and a shorter line. Okay, and next part you can see the how to draw you can draw a bulb, you can draw this battery by using the longer line, shorter line, again a longer line and a shorter line. So this is how you can draw a battery. Now some more components are left, so we'll draw just quickly. So switch will be in on condition and in off condition. So switch in on condition is always drawn like this. Okay, sometimes it is drawn like this, or in your book it is given like this. Okay, it is given like this, a longer. Fine. So how is this drawn? This is drawn like this. Okay, in your book. So both are correct. This is a switch which is in off, which is in on condition, means the current is flowing. Now what about off condition? Off condition you could show like this, and here like this. You will open the gap. Fine, you will open the gap. This is on, this is off switch. Fine, a battery is a combination of cell. What is a battery? Battery is a combination of cell where you are not able to supply the power with one cell. You could supply the power with many cells. So if you are using more than one cell, it means it becomes a battery. Okay, if you feel that if you need to understand what you mean by a battery, you could understand the structure of torch where you were using the battery instead of using a cell. So for using a cell or a battery, we need to understand what do you mean by a cell. Cell is a single positive and the negative terminal. It is going to supply the electricity, it is going to supply the charges, okay, in the circuit, and because of the charges only the electricity is going to flow in the wire. Then the bulb is a component. Yes, okay. So bulb, how is this being shown? So this could be shown like a circle and a diagram like this. Okay. So this is how you could show the symbol of a bulb. So symbol of a symbol of a cell, a longer line, a shorter line, wire, a straight line, bulb, a circle, and a zigzag wire. This is a filament. The next is the on switch, the off switch. Then after that, the battery. Okay, so here also this positive, this is negative, this is positive, this is negative, and always the electricity flows from positive terminal to the negative terminal. Please remember, it is always flowing from a positive terminal to a negative terminal. So children, we have studied about a wire, battery, switch, and the bulb. Okay, now I will draw two types of circuit diagrams, and you have to understand what diagrams we are drawing. I mean, one side I'll use a longer method and other one would be a shorter method. So I'll use so these are the batteries. It is combined with a cell. I'll make a switch over here. Then a bulb. Okay, and then again this is being joined. Okay, so I'll draw, this is the coming side, oh sorry, this is the coming side, then this is flowing here, which is in on condition. So these are the representation. So this is a battery where this side is positive, this side is negative. Again this is a switch, this is a bulb, and this is a wire. Fine. Next you need to draw the symbols. I have told you how to draw the diagrams of the symbol, and now I'm using those symbols in the circuit diagram. How can you draw that? You simply draw the big line and a small line, big line and a small line. Okay, then you will draw the wire, a switch. Okay, single dot could be drawn or double dot, then a wire or a bulb. Okay, so you could draw the bulb like this, and you simply draw this way. And next, what is this? This is a battery, and the current is flowing like this. It is coming from the negative terminal. It is going from the positive and the negative side of this bulb also. So this is how the battery is being drawn. This is a switch, this is a bulb, this is a wire. So this is how a circuit diagram is being made. Circuit diagram. So this circuit diagram is a representation of the components of circuit in the various forms. So this is a shortcut and this one is the shortcut with the using symbols, and this one is a long cut method, where you could easily say where you could easily see the difference between the movement of the wire, movement of the current in the circuit. Okay, and you could see the I could simply say that when we were drawing the diagram in a long manner, it was taking time, but here it is not taking time because we are using the symbols. Please understand that using the symbol in the circuit is making the circuit very easy. I mean, you would always it is going to consume the time, but if you are drawing those diagrams using the symbols, so it is going to consume less time as compared to draw the symbols. Okay, to draw the larger diagrams. So please remember that this is a cell. If you need to draw a battery, you need to draw like this. Okay, and you could just combine as many cells as you can. So single is a cell, single is a cell, or this is a cell, a long line and a small line. And please remember that you will always draw a long line and a small line. Don't forget to draw the small line. Then wire with a straight line, then a bulb, okay, a circle with this, a bulb. Then you will draw a switch. Switch could be a single dot, which is the on switch. And what about off switch? This is the off switch which breaks a circuit. Okay, then next what you need to draw was that it was the battery, cell, bulb, switch, wire. Okay, what else is left? What else is left here now? I have already completed this. Okay, so the components of circuit here is the 4. First of all, the cell, the battery, the wire, which is in on and off condition. So these are the simple symbols which you could use for drawing a circuit diagram. So children, that's all for today's video. We have seen about a circuit, how to draw a circuit using a long method by the help of the diagrams of the components of circuit. Then we have also studied about the symbols, how to draw the symbols and how to use them in a circuit. Okay, so this is all about today's video, children. I'll meet you all in the next video with the next topic to be discussed. So with this, this was all about today's.